Welcome, welcome. Here we go. We got a really good show for you today. Thanks everybody for joining us on Megaphone, Spotify, Apple, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. We appreciate everybody. We're going to bring in a special guest here in just a second. There she is. Great special guest joining us here. The legend Kelly girl. Thanks for joining us, baby girl. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I must have been a pretty good boy.
Yeah.
To get you to join us.
Kinda. Well, it's a good thing I'm not wearing pajamas and bottoms.
Yeah.
I didn't think the bottoms.
Well, I was thinking about putting some bottoms on, but then I thought, heck with it. I'm going naked from the waist down today, like always. Gang, we're going to talk about Kelly Girl and I's very most favorite fish to fish for. We're going to talk about how important it is to the whole industry of fishing in California and why it is our very most favorite fish to fish for. So we're going to let a few more people roll in here, baby, and get going. Talk about how cool it is to get to hold Marley right now.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's the most...
So neat. Yeah.
It's pretty bitchin', right?
It is pretty cool.
He's come a long ways. He's right here watching us.
Yep.
He's right there. He's going, what is going on? Your mom's in here today, buddy.
Hi.
And everybody's here to check you out.
Pretty cool.
Those of you new, don't know what's going on. Marley is our rescue monkey. He's right there, right in the top. He's sticking his... Here he comes. Here he comes, Kel. Look at him.
Monka.
He wants to see
call him
his
Monka.
mommy.
That's my nickname.
He wants to see his mommy.
Monka, come here, buddy.
He's very excited that she's
hiding.
in here today.
I think he's hiding from me today.
But
like he does every day almost.
Yeah, we do this show Monday through Friday, Pacific Standard Time, 12 o'clock. It's a great podcast. It's the only live podcast in America.
Yeah.
5 days a week.
Yeah. Something's different in here. It's the brightness. Okay, there we go.
We got the window open today. You want to bring it down?
Well,
you want to bring down
the
you don't want anybody to see us?
No, I do. I don't care. No, you don't have to do it all the way. But anyway,
there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
A little bit darker, a little bit more funner. A little more funner. Gang. Kelly girl, what's your very most favorite fish to fish for?
Calico bass.
Calico bass. Mm-hmm. Calico bass. That is the staple for Southern California, gang. I know all of you love to catch giant bluefin tuna. You're all into the bluefin. Mike Lewis wants to know, do you get all dolled up like this to go fishing?
You know what, Mike Lewis, there are certain items I do not leave the house with, no matter where I go. If I were to go to the mailbox, I always put mascara on, I always comb my hair, and
so yes.
So
that would be a big yes.
Yeah, and you never know who you're going to run into, even fishing, right? Especially fishing when I fish with him.
You never know who's going to show up.
It always seems like everywhere we go,
somebody wants to talk to you. Right? Yeah, they want to talk to Kelly girl.
Yeah, you're kind of famous, Dave.
No. It's like my wife says, the only reason they even want to talk to me is because they want to know where to fish.
Otherwise, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to know my name.
Oh,
but we just absolutely love calico bass fishing. It's probably the number one thing we miss the most about living down here in Mexico.
Well,
is
I don't know about the most, but
me.
Miss the most. But
once you get below Mag Bay, John was asking, what do you where does that calico bass thing cut off? And it's pretty much just above Mag Bay. That's where the kelp stops. The water's too warm. So from Mag Bay up, you got a good chance of catching. But from Mag Bay south, sand bass, spotted bay bass, and no calico bass. The water's too warm. They don't like that hot water. They can't live in it. It's too hot. That's not where you're gonna find them. But calico bass fishing is our very most favorite thing.
Very, very fun. Very fun. And I haven't done it in a while. And I would really like to go soon as possible. That'd be great.
And our good buddy Todd Manser's got our skiff all fixed up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kelly girl's really excited about tomorrow's show too. She loves Michael Folks.
Oh my gosh. Cannot wait.
If you guys haven't got a chance to listen to us or talk to Michael Folks or be a part of the show when Michael's on, you're going to really have a good time today. No, we have not been to Cedros. Kelly asks all the time, why don't we go to Cedros? We get invited by Rosie and the gang over there all the time.
Why don't we go?
Because of the monkey. But we got babysitters now taking care of Marley. Marley's becoming more and more tame, so the chance of Kelly Girl and I traveling more is going to be more better, I think. And after that great vacation we had to Hawaii, that was pretty spectacular, right?
No,
not
it
really.
wasn't. My first vacation in I don't know how long.
Yeah, and
it
kind of got
shut down pretty quick.
Kind of got poo-pooed. But gang, if you guys want to know where the fish are biting at or how they're biting or whatever, you want to get logged on to yoursaltwaterguide.com. It really does change everything. It absolutely changes everything. And you can see lots of videos of Kelly Girl and I fishing calico bass over there on the website. But what's the best part about calico bass fishing, baby? What are you blown away by the first time you went? How and the ability of them and the location, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There are so many of them. I mean, every time we go, every time we go, it's every cast is a bite. It's fun, and I love when they get into the structure there, rocks, and you got to kind of try to get them out,
work them out of the structure.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
The challenge, right?
Yeah.
It makes it challenging. People that don't like calico bass fishing, I'll tell you right now, don't know how to fish because it's so much fun and it's so challenging. And I don't talk about 10 8-inch calico bass biting on the swim step. I'm talking about fishing for calico bass that you have to cast your line out, fishing like Kelly Girl says in some type of structure.
Yeah.
Which is really spectacular when you let your bait swim into that structure and then that bass bites it and you have to get that bass out of the rocks or out of the kelp. And they're usually nice size ones, and then we love to eat them too.
They taste good. They taste really good.
They taste just like fish, right?
It tastes just like fish.
It's crazy. It's amazing. People always wonder.
It's unbelievable.
People always wonder, Dave, what do calico bass taste like? I'm like, have you ever tried chicken? And they go, yeah. And I go, well, they don't taste anything like chicken. But they do taste like fish.
Yes, they're good. Very good, very good.
Thank you. I'm glad
the way you make them.
I'm glad you like my shirt, Dan.
Oh.
I'm glad you like my shirt. Kelly Girl may pick somebody to win a shirt today. What do you think?
Absolutely.
So send in your questions on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or wherever you can send them into, or at my phone, 949-374-0786. Kelly Girl will be with us most of the show. She has a lot going on, but she's going to try to set in here as long as she can. If you guys all make it interesting. If you don't make it interesting, she's going to get bored and she's going to get on her way because she listens to my dumbass all day, every day. So you guys have to make it interesting. Wake up out there and start sending in some questions and asking Kelly Girl some stuff. We'll do our best to answer whatever you have to talk about. But we love calico bass fishing, both of us. Kelly Girl used to wake me up in the morning and go, can we go bass fishing today, please? I mean, there's nothing better than when your wife or your spouse or your children ask you if they can go fishing. And when Kelly Girl asked me, can we go fishing? We're in. Thanks, Kim. Yep, they do taste like fish. How do I get fish blood out of my Your Saltwater Guide t-shirt? Well, it's black. We don't make any other colors. So the fact that it's black, there's a reason why I make them black. Because they don't show stains that much. Now, I'm such a filthy eater. Yes, I stain my shirts up pretty quickly. But
most of Dave's shirts have like spots right here. I'm like, you just got this shirt. This is a new shirt. What happened to you? The food goes in your mouth, not on your shirt.
Oh, thank you. But I think the best way to get it out is to soak it in Biz. And I don't know if anybody even remembers what Biz is.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
But Biz works good.
Available?
I think it still is. I think you can
hydrogen peroxide is good.
Hydrogen peroxide.
But not just let it soak on the spot a little bit and then.
What days are we live on, Kelly?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock
Pacific
Standard Time. We're the only live podcast in America that goes live Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. A lot of people are watching us. Kelly Girl, I have a question on how to get. We got a lot of questions here. Okay. How to get my wife involved in fishing, Kelly Girl. I'm a weekend fisherman. I'd like for her to go with me. How can I get her interested? This is a great question.
Yeah, just invite her. Make sure the weather is good. There's no wind. It's nice weather. Don't go offshore. Stay local, and just make it a fun day. Don't go out all day. Couple 2-3 hours, and make it. I don't know. I think
No,
the most
that's
important thing is just make sure it's a nice day. The weather's good and not rough, and and make sure there's like what else? What am I forgetting?
well. Number one, like Kelly Girl said, don't stay out all day.
Mm-mm.
Don't go offshore unless you don't want her to ever go with you again. Don't go offshore because the brochure that she saw when you talked her into buying the boat showed her that it was flat, glassy, calm, and it was a beautiful sunny day. They didn't take a picture of the boat offshore getting the living bejesus beat out of you.
Right.
The other thing, and this is super important, and you saw this the first time you fished with me.
Uh-huh.
You got to know what you're doing. You got to have a clue.
Yeah.
Your lack of ability should not be portrayed onto your wife or your spouse, yelling and screaming at her, and because you don't know how to dock the boat, or you don't know how to fish, or you don't know how to drop the anchor.
Yeah.
You need to get involved with somebody's website. Everybody's watching us, Kelly, and they go on YouTube and they do all these things. They go, "Oh, I can gather." Well, the really unique thing about our website is you can get all the fundamentals, you can get all the basics, you can find out exactly where the fish are, what to use when you're out there. All those things matter. If you're going to take your spouse or your children out, you have a responsibility to make sure that it's going to be a really fun time.
Because you only have one chance, right? Because if you blow it the first time, you can forget about it. There won't be another time. I think that will just shut it right off. Your spouse, your children, they're not going to want to go anymore, right? So you got to make it super special.
You got to make it super special. Yeah, no, I'm listening to you because you got some good points.
Yeah, I'm just saying that you got one opportunity, or it's like first impression,
and don't blow it.
The most important.
That weather is going to be the number one thing. The weather. Go out around 10. So you don't have to get up early, and that gives you a good idea what the weather's going to look like. So if you go out around 10 and plan on being back around 2, I don't care if wahoo are biting 5 miles out.
No,
she doesn't want to go out there.
She does not want to go, especially if she's really not, doesn't go often or isn't really into it yet. But once you go that first time and just make it a nice, easy day and
make it fun.
And you know what? And it's even better if you're successful. If you do catch fish, because if she catches something, she's going to be hooked. And hi, Mom.
Your mom says, I think it is Biz. Do they still make Biz, Peggy? Do they still make the Biz? I don't know, but it worked very, very good. So the number one thing is weather. You got to look at the weather. And nowadays, with all the weather apps, and we use Windy every single day for everything we do. I don't care what we're doing here or on the desert or at Catalina, wherever we are, we're looking at windy.com because it's so right on. Make sure the weather's good. Make sure you have a plan and you execute it and you go out there and you fish. And as soon as that wind starts to blow, you pull the anchor and you go home.
Yes.
And bathroom, you got to remember.
You got to have a bathroom.
You got to have a bathroom, or if you don't.
Yeah, you don't. Dave still does this to me. Well, we don't really go. We have, fortunately, no, we don't. Not on our skip. We don't have a bathroom. But Dave will still say to me, just go over the side, So I've learned to not say anything. If I do have to go to the bathroom, I don't tell you, because he'll encourage me and almost try to make me go over the side. And I'm just not going to do that. There's boats everywhere. And yeah, I can't do that. And I really don't think this is a very ladylike thing to do.
Yeah, but boy.
But you have no problem doing it.
Well, no.
You got to make it comfortable. Make it comfortable. And I noticed somebody made a comment, don't ignore your spouse. Make the day about her. Try to, just involve her in everything. And just try to make it fun. Just, it's about her, him or her that day would be,
And
the best.
Kim and Dan have a great thing.
What?
Leave the alcohol at home that day.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about this a lot on our podcast and on our show and on our website.
And we talk about it off the show too, right? Like how it's just doesn't add any, and nothing good comes out of alcohol. We don't drink. So,
But every bad story starts out with, well, I was drinking, and then a bunch of poo. When you go out on your boat, that's not the time to go drinking.
No.
Because if you play the tape all the way through, it's against the law. It's 0.00 on a boat. There's zero tolerance. So if you have a beer, you've already gone the wrong way. And the other thing is your spouse, boy, girl, or whatever you call yourself today, is not going to appreciate you being a belligerent idiot out there on the water. This is your one chance to get your child or your spouse or your wife to fish with you. Yeah. Like Kim and Dan said, leave the flipping alcohol at home. Leave the drugs at home. Don't be smoking meth on the boat when you're out with your wife.
Doing your lines of whatever. Anyway, that just goes without saying. Also, pack a nice little lunch. I mean, your spouse may already think to do that, but make it like you're going out on a picnic too, and just make it enjoyable, make it romantic.
This seems to be the theme of the show today. Okay. Another one person's asking, how do you get her motivated to go?
That's all those reasons. I mean, everything we just talked about, pretty much, right?
You're not going to drink.
Well, if you do drink,
but you're not gonna on the boat. You're just not gonna do it. You're not gonna go out in the ocean when it's rough. It's gonna be a sunny, warm day. And if you start to go out of the harbor and it's rough, turn around.
Don't keep going.
Stay in the harbor
and take your spouse to a nice lunch. Take them to, somewhere they like to go. If they like to go shopping, just make it about your spouse that day.
Do the fun things that you always think, oh, we should do this, we should do that. Drive around the harbor. If you're in Mission Bay, if you're in San Diego, if you're in Newport, Dana Point, it doesn't have a lot of places to drive around, but it's still better than going out in the ocean when it's rough. And the boat has a steering wheel. All of them do. And you can turn.
I don't understand what happened.
Hey, everybody. Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. I'm back. Can you see me? Do you see us? Hello. We're back. I think they dug through something across the street, and
Okay.
we lost the internet, but we're back. We still got 50 people watching us live, baby girl.
Okay.
So
all right. We're
still here. We were off for a few minutes when we were running around trying to find out why the power went off, but we're back. We're here, everybody. Power, they're building across the street from us right now, and so power went off. So back to what we were talking about, and I'm sorry we lost you for a few minutes. Taking your wife fishing, taking your spouse fishing, taking your children fishing, it is all about paying attention. Like I say on all my videos, it's about paying attention. You got to pay attention to what's going on out there. You have to pay attention. It's super important. So that being said, watch that weather. Because like Kelly Girl said, you only got one chance. You blow it. She's never going again. She's not going to trust you.
No,
right?
She just won't be interested. It's just, well, why, if it's not fun, why would she want to go again? But the first time you took me, you made it so fun. It was so exciting. I was hooked. And
I told her we're going to go look at the sea lion. And I know you know that I love sea lions, but we're going to go look at the sea lions on the buoy, and then we're going to catch some fish, and we're going to do all this fun stuff. And then we're going to go have lunch in the harbor at a nice restaurant because, like Kelly Girl said, you only have one chance. If you blow that one chance, you're done. Yeah. Another thing that works is if she's bored out on the water, you can hand her your saltwater guide videos to keep her entertained. I don't think so. That probably do.
Well, no, that might work. That might work for some, or a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be cool. You gotta be careful. You gotta make it fun.
Yeah.
And you better have a plan. And you better have some type of an idea of how to catch fish. If you're going to take her fishing, make sure you got an idea of how to catch fish.
Yeah.
It's important. So you might want to become a member of our website. If you really, really, really want to get her involved, probably the best thing, get a membership to our website so that you can actually catch fish when you take her. Right. And then Kelly Girl has her own little corner on the website where she explains everything that you need to know about to make sure that it's a fun day out on the water with your spouse.
Oh, and someone just commented, have a backup plan. You always got to have a backup plan. And you may want to have a backup plan to the backup plan.
Right.
Just a suggestion.
And Dave, the best thing to do down here in Cabo is to make sure that you bleed your fish. Absolutely. It's imperative that you bleed your fish down here. But as far as spiking it, it's hard because they usually don't have a spike. If you bring your own spike, you're probably going to have a hard time getting it through customs, getting it back and forth. So make sure you do that. But go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Bob left a comment. He's new to the West Coast, and he took his granddaughter fishing. She caught a calico bass, and she's hooked.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Bob.
Good job, Bob. Way to go, man. It's all important. Every fish matters. Everything matters. I'm trying to find the questions, baby. I'm doing everything. I'm trying to be my baby girl, Kelly Girl today.
I will read them.
Oh, I know, but we're also live on this telephone. She's 9 years old. You may not be able to fish and concentrate on the kid. No. Oh, my goodness. If you're going to take your wife fishing, or you're going to take your child fishing, or you're going to take your husband fishing if they don't know how to fish, that is not the day for you to fish. That is the day for you to pay close attention to them. Make sure it's fun. Don't raise your voice.
Yeah, don't raise your voice. Yeah, don't yell.
Don't tell her she's doing it wrong.
Oh, that's a big thing. Don't criticize. Give constructive criticism if you have to.
Because I go directly into the guide mode when I would fish with my wife. And
when you fish with everybody, pretty much. Everybody gets yelled at, I know, but it's a good thing. I don't really like it.
She doesn't.
Everybody else really appreciates it from Dave, but I'm not so big on it.
And I've learned that if I want Kelly to go, I got to try to keep my mouth shut, which is hard for me. I don't know if you understand that, but it's hard. But if that's what you're if that's what your intention is to get your wife or your spouse involved, it's got to be a short day. It has to be a short day. You can't do that to your spouse. You can't do that to your children. You just can't drag them out there all flipping day. A lot of you blow it. You think the day you bring them is the day you're supposed to catch your big trophy fish. That's not what it's about. It's not. It's about making sure they have the best time. Pay attention. Do not ask them if they don't feel. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, that is once you put that in their head, because it is a lot of it is in your head.
A lot of it's mental.
So don't ask anyone, especially your children, if they're sick. Don't even bring up getting seasick. You know, like hopefully you won't get seasick, or you know, if you start to feel sick, let me know. Don't
bring
even
that
bring
up.
up the subject of being sick, because once you do, especially with children, they will get sick.
And then the moment if they bring it up, hey, I'm not feeling. Time to go home, period.
Yes.
Do not drag it out.
No.
Don't go, oh, you can suck it up, Buttercup.
No,
go home.
Do that.
Get that anchor up as fast as you can.
When you do get sick, if you do, it's such a horrible, horrible feeling.
But I'll tell you, what will save your ass, and it'll save you every time, is if the moment they're not, you go home, you've saved yourself. You're going to get to do it again another day. But if you drag that out, she's never going.
Right.
Because she's not going to trust you. Right. Once you lose, just like in life, once you lose that trust, once the trust is gone, it's gone. Right. It's not coming back. You're not going to get your trust back. You're not going to build it back up, because once you destroy the trust, it's gone.
Yep.
And you don't want that to happen when you're taking your spouse fishing.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
That's got to be the number one thing. Hopefully that helped you, and hopefully you understand that how important it is to make sure that you make it the very best day it could possibly be out on the water, right?
Right.
Okay. So, gang, you got any more questions? It sure would be nice of you to ask. We got time. We got plenty of time. We need to see your questions. We need to know what's going on here. We need you guys to give us a clue what you want to know, how you want to know it, when you want to know it, where you want to know it. Kelly Girl's only going to be with us for a few more minutes. If you guys don't make it exciting, you got to make it exciting. No, another thing Kelly Girl found out fishing for calico bass is she started to enjoy fishing with the artificial lures. Her good friend and my good friend Jimmy Decker is a great plastics fisherman. Told Kelly, hey, you should try throwing this lure, that lure out there. We got a lot of bait. I'm a bait guy. We're chumming a lot. And then the next thing she knows, she's casting the lure. She's getting a calico every cast. That got to be fun, right?
Oh, yeah. But I do prefer just fly lining.
Fishing live bait,
yeah, right? That's what I love. Or, it's my preference.
And she likes to do it herself. Get out of the way. Let Kelly Girl fish. Let her do it, and don't tell her how to do it, or you're gonna go in the water.
I tried to push Dave in a few times.
Your rod's going in the water. Everything's going in the water. Leave the boss attitude at home. Don't bring it on the boat. Be cool. Be careful, and don't blow it.
Yeah.
Because you blow it. Don't. And that weather is super important. Kelly Girl, what would you think of the first trip being right time? Oh. Kelly Girl, what would you nighttime lobster fishing with a bunch of good food on the boat?
What do I think about that? That would be so fun. Lobster fishing is a lot of fun.
Kelly Girl loves the lobster fishing, but you don't want to stay out all night.
No, you don't want to stay out all night. Because I've
done that.
You don't want to just do another set, you just like Dave. You do that a lot, or it's okay. But lobster fishing is fun. Hoop netting is a lot.
I don't have an off switch, and then when Kelly Girl tells me she's having fun, I just keep going. You gotta stop. You get a couple of lobsters, you take your spouse, have some nice dinner, throw your hoop nets out, have a nice dinner, go pull the hoop nets, you get a couple lobsters, go home.
Right.
But if they're really crawling and you got a chance to get some limits, maybe another set or two.
Yeah, but don't overdo it.
But Kelly Girl,
I love it.
Kelly Girl's claim to fame is she has the biggest lobster ever caught in the state of California. And I know you caught one way bigger. But Kelly Girl, tell them how big your lobster was.
18 3/4 pounds.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
Big.
18 3/4 pound lobster. That is absolutely insane, gang. If you don't believe us, if you think, wow, Kelly Girl's not telling the truth. Well, one thing I can promise you, Kelly Girl don't lie. She's not making it up. Because how do you know how much it weighed? What'd you do with it?
Well, we took it to we donated it to the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach. But I mean, and we took it to the Fuel Dock in Huntington, and they weighed it there.
And then they weighed it again at the Aquarium of Long Beach, gang.
Yep.
She has the largest recorded lobster. Now, I know your sister's brother's aunt's cousin caught one way bigger back in the 1940s, but they forgot to tell anybody.
Yeah.
And I know you got pictures of you catching 25 and 30 pounders. I know that, but you forgot to tell anybody.
And they, the folks at the aquarium estimated that lobster was about 60 to 70 years old.
And so,
can you imagine? I couldn't. That's crazy.
Living that long inside of Long Beach Harbor, and then
yes.
Kelly Girl comes and puts you in a cage at Long Beach Harbor.
He didn't even fit into the cage. It was on top of the net. It was so big when we pulled it up.
So Jeffrey want to know, when you take your spouse fishing, Kelly, what do you think's more fun, fishing with lures or fishing with bait?
Bait.
There you go. She can't say that any quicker. She can't mean it anymore.
I don't even have to think about that. That's what I feel. I love you going to pick out your bait. You got to pick, the liveliest one. That's fun. Pin it on and
cast it out there. Being involved in the whole part of fishing,
yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Being involved in the whole thing and picking your bait out. Joe, that's a great question. We're going to answer that in just a second. Kelly Girl. Oh, look there's a little monkey.
Aww.
Kelly Girl.
Yes.
When you're fishing for calico bass, what do you think is the most important thing? That's what they asked.
So what's the
when
question?
You're fishing for calico bass, what's the most important thing to remember?
Change your bait. If you're going to fish with bait, change your bait don't fish with dead bait. I don't know.
Change your bait every minute, every 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So you got to take a lot of bait, because if you should, what's it? I mean, if you come back with bait, that's not good. You should run out of bait, right?
Yeah.
You should use up all your bait if you're fishing the right way, I guess.
And then somebody asked, Kelly, who hooks your bait on for you?
I do myself.
That's right. She hooks it on. She casts her line out herself. One thing about Kelly Girl is she never had a spinning rod, so she doesn't even.
I don't even know how.
She wouldn't even know how to use it. But I'm telling you, if you're taking your spouse out for the first time or your children, you need to have some spinning rods on the boat, because casting a conventional is not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, you taught me on a conventional, which was great. I'm so appreciative that you did. But yeah, if you don't know how to cast, have a spinning reel. That's best.
They just said, that's the second time I've seen that. The show is so much better with Kelly Girl on it.
Sweet.
So I try to tell her all the time, you guys. I try to tell her how important it is for her to be a part of this show, and she doesn't think you guys want to watch her. She looks at the views and she's like, nobody cares.
I'm like, nobody wants to see me. They want to
right.
see you.
They don't want to see the old lady. She thinks they want to see an old lady.
This old lady.
But Joe, when you're fishing with mackerel, it's super important to be able to cast that mackerel. You have to be able to cast that mackerel. It's not an easy animal to fish with. You're going to use a bigger type of reel, like a 30 size reel, and you're going to use heavy line, and you're going to have to be able to cast, or you got to put it way back behind the boat and slow troll it at a knot and a half. That's how you're going to fish with live mackerel on those bluefin. Now, when you're at the island, you can fish with 40 pound test. You can fish with a little bit lighter rod, and you can catch yellowtail on the mackerel. It's fun. It's not easy. unless you've been doing it for a long time, because a lot of people don't understand that mackerel feels just like you hooked up to a fish, and a lot of people set the hook on their mackerel. Okay, thanks, Brian. Brian was wanting you to know that he caught two fish on one lure once.
Oh, wow.
Check that out.
Pretty cool.
We got so many questions now, Kelly. Nobody wants you. Who put your bait on, Kelly girl? Dave, or does Dave? That's Christine, John Rowe's wife. Kristen.
Yeah.
You put your own bait on.
I do. I pick it out. I look. Yeah.
She spends the time at the bait tank. One thing Kelly girl has learned is she does not leave that bait out there.
No.
Because she hates the fact that I'm changing my bait every 30 or 4 seconds and I'm getting a bite, and it gets to be a little competitive when we're standing back there.
Yes.
So we burned through a phenomenal amount of bait.
We do.
But that's what I try to tell all of you. I've never had a big enough bait tank. Our 21-foot Wellcraft at Dana Point Harbor has a 60-gallon bait tank, and we'll put 4 scoops of bait in there, and we will run out of bait.
Oh, yeah.
Because we change our bait, and it's super imperative that you change your bait. I don't care if you're fishing bluefin, you're fishing yellowfin, calico bass, yellowtail, barracuda. If you throw that one bait out there and you have it out there all day, then you've got a really good chance of not catching anything. Now that power's back on, I'm gonna put the air back on.
Our air went out.
It's getting so flipping hot in here again.
And also too, once you do pin your bait on your hook, get that bait in the water immediately. Don't pull around fuss or hold your tip up and have the bait in the air. Just put it in the water and then do whatever you got to do. And then if you have to cast it out, do your thing. He's in the back. He's in the back corner.
Okay, there he is. I just want to make sure everybody's okay. I worry about everybody. Kelly girl, Riley, Zach, Sean, Monkey, Finn, and Dahlia. I got a lot of people I'm responsible for.
Yes, sir.
But gang, the one thing about this bait thing, it's got the most liveliest bait is the one that's going to get bit every single time. And Kelly girl knows that, and that's why she's right there at the bait tank all day, changing her bait, going through baits like crazy, spinning through the baits.
Right. I got to interrupt. I want to tell Brian that the thing you watched, I do not like that one. I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want people to see it. I have asked Dave to take that off his site. That was a long time ago. I really I do not know I look like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a big fan of being filmed. So this is hard for me. This is really hard for me. Dave, when he's filming me fish, back then I really don't like it. But
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Kelly girl and I fishing together out on back when I used to run that big Hatteras in Dana Point, her and I would use it all the time. The boss let us go out fishing on it. It'd just be her and I fishing on that giant boat, just the two of us, and we would have so much fun. And there was so many days where the fishing was insane, but like Kelly girl says, she's not a big fan. So we only really have that one little series of videos with Kelly girl fishing, because when we're fishing on whatever we're fishing, you know me, I'm a camera hog. I want to be on camera. I want to.
That's fine.
But Kelly girl,
I'm the opposite.
She doesn't really want anything to do with that, so that's why that's all you got. And that Dorado thing, yeah, it was crazy last year. And Armin, what's going to happen this year is this is a late season. It's going to be incredible. I told everybody 3 months ago that it would start in the middle of July, and it's basically full speed right now. Barracuda, bonita, bass, that bluefin, yellowfin are trickled into our area. Water's still very cold, but it's going to get very, very hot. Fishing's wide open right now on the coast. If you want to just go catch fish, it's pretty good right now. Barracuda, bonita, bass, yellowtail. On the coast, offshore, you can find that tuna. It's not easy. It's hard. And then Catalina, San Clemente Island, the Coronados, Channel Islands are all biting really good. We're having some phenomenal fishing because of all the rain, and then the nutrients, and the water got really clean and really good, and there's lots of bait, and things are really going to get good. But I think that we're just starting to scratch the surface of it. And I think October, November are going to be insane. August will be fun. September will be fun. October is going to be insane. Absolutely insane. And I'm really excited coming up there for the War Heroes on Water. But
Yeah.
before that, they just released a bunch of tickets, not at our table, but if you want to join us, we're going to be there. You can be in the same room with us. My sister was telling me they just released a bunch of tickets to go to the Anthony Shea Lifetime Conservation Awards banquet for Bill Shedd at SeaWorld. If you grab that QR code right now, you can join us. We're going to be there. Our table's full. We sold our table out. But if you want to join us and come, and all the money goes to CCA. CCA is the only voice we have at the table. If you sit and complain about the fishing in Southern, they're taking this, they're taking that away,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not a part of CCA, and I'm a lifetime member, and so is Kelly Girl and my whole family, because we actually care about fishing in California. We want you all to be able to fish. This is going to be a phenomenal event on August 3rd. We start out at the Hubs Research Center, and Kelly's going to get to see the hatchery and all that cool stuff there. Then we're going to get on the Sky Tram, all of us, everybody that purchases a ticket. And remember, every penny of the ticket, even though it's $175 per person for the dinner, all that, the food, everything's been donated. All the money goes to CCA, which is phenomenal. But going to see the research center, you don't get to go there. You can't buy a ticket to go there. So the ticket price just to go see the research center is phenomenal, where they do the hatchery for the halibut and for the white sea bass. Then we're going to get on the Sky Tram, go to SeaWorld after hours.
That's exciting.
And have dinner at SeaWorld. All the big names in the industry are going to be at this dinner. If you want to come and talk to everybody, I know maybe not me and Kelly, but Mark Mills from Daiwa, or Donna Kalis from Danor Sport Fishing, or Wayne Cota from CCA, or Bill Shedd will be there. Anthony Shea will be there. All the big hitters in the industry, everyone from AFCO will be there. It's because Bill Shedd is the founder of AFCO, and his father, Milton Shedd, was the founder, very first person. He put together SeaWorld. All this is going to happen on August 3rd in San Diego. If you have a chance to come to this event, it's going to be incredible. And they just released these other tickets. You're not going to get to set with Kelly Girl and I, but you're going to be there in the same building eating dinner. We're all going to be having fun, and it's going to be exceptionally spectacular to watch Bill get this award. This is an unbelievable award. It's near and dear to my heart because Kelly Girl and I had to work in Florida when they gave it to my father, so we didn't get to go to the dinner with my dad. So it kind of has a soft spot in my heart. I wasn't there. I'll be reminiscing about my father when we're at this. But you want to join us, gang? It's going to be so fun. I mean, to think you get to go to SeaWorld after hours and have a sit-down dinner.
But just all the people that are going to be there. It's so exciting.
And Kelly Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right. So try to check it out. Try to be there with us. It's going to be on August 3rd. Yes. It's going to be a fun night. Grab that QR code. Those of you that don't know, go to CCA over on TikTok. Everybody that's listening on Megaphone and Apple and Spotify, go to CCACalifornia.org and check out the website. And on there, it has all the information about this dinner. You want to be there. It's going to be that. It's going to be that event. That event that you're going. I could have been there, but you didn't because I don't know why. You want to be there. It's going to be fun. And remember, all the money goes. And there's going to be a silent auction. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on to help raise money for CCA is the bottom line. And Bill Shedd Lifetime Conservation Award. It's going to be fun. It's going to be spectacular. Yep. I'm going to pull the QR code down. You guys want to be there? We got another question. Kelly, what is Kelly's suggestion on saving memories of fish caught? Thanks, Matt.
What, like taking pictures?
Pictures.
Video. Pictures if you're,
when we sit back and look at the pictures of Riley when he was little, and I was running the freelance, and he was, and all the people that were on the boat that knew us were helping him and letting him catch sculpin and calico bass and bonita, and then going on our little skiff and catch all those old pictures, gang. When you take a picture, you want to save it to the cloud right away, because you don't know what's going to happen to your phone. You probably drop it over the side, or
you get a new phone. I mean, I've done that,
and then you lose those memories. Yeah. They all need to be saved on the cloud. I have so much stuff on my cloud that I had to buy more storage for the cloud. But when Kelly Girl and I stop and look at all the old stuff, we get a tear in our eye thinking, how cool was that we were able to turn your son onto it.
Right.
That my boys when they were little.
They've got so many great pictures.
Kelly Girl when she was little.
When I was little, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I used to be little. I was in a little size. I was.
That's not
what
we're. I'm talking about age.
I'm bigger now.
Oh my God, you're so big.
But I am.
She's all the way up to a size 0 now, ladies and gentlemen. Size 0.
I used to be a 0, not
anymore. Oh my gosh, you're so humongous.
That was the memory that I wish I could go back to.
Oh, I said the wrong thing.
No,
That's gonna nip me in the ass. That's gonna nip me in the ass the rest of the day. We're going to be talking about when Kelly was little.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I already know how you feel.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, gang. I can't win to lose. I don't know. I always say the wrong thing. Gang, if you got some burning desire to talk to us, let us know.
It says it's sold out.
Chris, not according to what I was just told. I don't know. I know my seat is sold out, but I was told they released more tickets.
What the?
Go ahead and
okay. I don't know.
That's crazy, Armin. That's crazy, but we're not going to talk about that because that's way too political and the world's gone mad, and we don't want to talk about that. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I don't know.
But that is crazy.
But that is crazy. All right, so look. We got Kelly Girl here for a few more minutes. We've been going for 45 minutes. We've already talked about it several times, but here's what I can promise you. Keep cranking. If you don't enjoy this, don't watch. King, the thing that blows my mind the very, very most.
Is someone saying they don't enjoy this?
Oh, they're like, get on with what your favorite fish is.
We've said it.
Go away. Go away. We hate negativity. We hate it so much. If you're negative, take your negative and go somewhere else. If you don't like what you're watching, don't watch it.
Well, they're not watching.
When we were big people, when we were little kids, they had this thing called a TV changer, and if you didn't like what was on, you changed the flipping channel. You big crybabies. I see it all the time on my post. We get millions of views, and then we got a guy who'll go, "Hey, what a waste of my time." Why'd you watch?
Okay.
Are you that?
All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, because I can go off on this for the.
Yeah, let's just move on. Now let's get on. Okay, so.
Okay, our very most favorite fish to fish for is calico bass. We're very, very good at it. We love it.
We talked about it. We went over it. Let's get on to something else.
Okay, get on to something else. Gang, if you're thinking about buying a boat, stop for a minute and think, does it have a bathroom? Yeah. You got to have a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
We fillet the fish in front of the... Scott's asking, do we dispatch our fish in front of children? That means kill them.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because it's food.
It's food that we're going to eat.
And I think it's important for them to understand where their food comes from. Their food does not come from the grocery store. Their food comes from the ocean.
It's life. That's life. That's just how it is.
Chickens, cows, all that stuff. Yeah. You got to let them understand that it's okay to kill fish and take them home and eat them. You're not a criminal, no matter what their teachers at school are trying to tell them.
And no, Armin, a bucket does not cut it for the bathroom. I'm sorry. I mean, not for me. I know Dave, he's always like, we'll just go in the bucket. No. The thing is we don't want to, women, it's different. We have to like pull down the bottom half of our clothes to go to the bathroom, where men, you don't. It's different. You don't have to do that. So I'm gonna say no on the bucket thing. Dave.
Well, Gabe, we don't live in that joke of the state of California. Kelly girl and I actually escaped 5 years ago, and we live in a free country called Mexico, where you can go outside and do stuff, and there's no crime, zero crime down here, and it works very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
It works very, very well. So when we're talking about dispatching the fish, what is a proper age, do you think, for children to understand that fish is food?
The age they're on the boat and they're fishing, that's the age.
That's the age, right? Because it's not the worst thing that's been taught to society is that you could eat an animal without dispatching them. It's the craziest thing. I don't understand it.
I'm confused. I'm a little confused on this whole
Dispatching it?
Yeah, well, I've never even heard of that.
Killing it.
They're gonna say that. Okay,
trying to look for a kinder, softer word. Okay. The word's called kill. The white bag with the zipper on it's called the kill bag. The fillet knives.
Yeah, that's life. That's how we survive. That's how. I mean, that's just how that's life. I'm a big. I don't. You know. That's life. I keep it real I did with my son, and just that's how we live. That's how things. It's the circle of life, all that.
And you don't make a joke out of it. It's actual respect to the fish, respect to the animal, respect. Don't make a joke out of it. Say, hey, this fish just gave his life up for us so we can eat him.
That's very important.
We're going to take him home. So we have total respect for the animal that we're going to eat. We do not make a joke of it. We make sure that the child understands what's going on here. We're going to take this fish. We're going to clean him proper, get all the guts and all the bones out, and we're going to take this fish home, and then we're going to eat it. We're not wasting the fish. The parts and the pieces we'll let the children feed to the birds and the sea lions, and
everybody's going to benefit off this fish or these fish.
It's the cycle of life. Right. They need to understand how it all works and how it all comes together, and it's a great learning, teaching lesson when you're out there with your child.
Sure.
It's a teaching lesson, but we make everything not make fun of it, but make it fun. Make the dispatching of the fish an event so that they understand that this is a big deal. We just took this animal's life, but this animal's going to give food to us, going to give food to the birds, going to give food to the sea lions, the crabs, Kelly's lobsters. You can make it so that it's really cool and it's a really good event, and they'll remember it forever. Yeah. And remember, whatever you're doing, I still remember, like I say, when I do interviews with Phil Freeman or Michael Folks or whoever I do them with, I still remember the first time I went fishing with my dad, and I'm almost 62 years old, and I remember when I was 3 years old because it was such a big event going out on the boat with my dad fishing. Remember, whatever you do, your children are going to remember it.
Yep.
They're going to remember it no matter, you think it's not a big deal, it's a huge deal. You do it every single day, but they don't understand that, and it's a huge deal. My boys can tell you stories. Oh, if they sat down here with us and tell you stories, they remember everything I did with them and all the crazy stuff that I had them doing. But I had them doing stuff that most of you couldn't even comprehend having your children do. But my boys grew up and they know they're boys.
Yes.
They're not confused of what their gender is in any way, shape, or form. But gang, we've been going for 55 minutes. I know we had a little time out in the middle of that because of the internet. We got a couple more questions, Kelly girl. Let's see. Doing the summer right up here, East Coast, West Coast. Visit your buddy Tommy's shop. That was Rob. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for going and seeing Tommy, Rob. Yep, I'm sure he appreciated it.
Well, that food looked good, whatever it was. He went and got
it. At Tommy's. We're going to be down there in a couple of weeks. Okay, Sonny, thank you. Darren, thank you. Gang, the kids learned last weekend that if you keep the fish, you eat the fish. Don't keep what you are not going to eat. They also learned how to clean trout. Perfect, Chris. That's awesome. That is great. That's what the whole thing is about. It's a learning, teaching experience, and it could change their life. Well, no, it will change whatever you end up doing. It's going to change their lives forever. Can you believe it's almost an hour?
No, it went by so fast.
Yeah. Gang, don't forget, Chris, I'm not sure because they told me yesterday that they released tickets to this dinner. So I would be shocked if they sold all the tickets. But gang, if you're having a problem getting the tickets, call me. I'll find out what's really going on. I got the backdoor number to everybody involved. But I believe there's tickets available for this dinner, gang. The Anthony Shea Lifetime Conservation Award given to Bill Shedd on August 3rd at the Hubs Research Center, and then off to SeaWorld. It's going to be spectacular. Kelly Girl and I will be there. Kelly Girl will join us again next Thursday. Those of you on Spotify and Apple and Megaphone, she takes all of your questions. All you have to do is send us in your questions at 949-374-0786. We'll read your questions on the air. Kelly Girl will pick one lucky person next Thursday again to win that free trip. I mean, not free trip, to win that T-shirt. We don't have any trips to give away. And she's going to give away a T-shirt to one lucky human here. She's been reading all these questions. She's going to pick somebody right now and give somebody a T-shirt. And then when you get that T-shirt, when you find out who you are, you got a text message.
Right now.
You got to find somebody.
Let's go. Oh, I think you should pick. I don't know. You've been reading them all. We could go with, how about, yeah. I'm picking Armin.
Armin?
Yes.
No.
Armin, you won.
Armin,
Thank
she
you
just
so
picked
much
you.
for all your
Text me
questions.
949-374-0786. I need your shirt size and
your email address.
Your shirt size, your email address, and your
address. Your mailing address.
Shirt, email, address.
You're welcome.
949-374-0786. Gang, what a bitchin' show, right? The only live podcast in America goes live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you've never seen our show before, we've been doing this for 3 years. We've been doing this. We've almost done 1,300 and something shows. We're never going to stop. We're always going to do this. It's a really fun thing that we do. Also, gang, if you haven't been on our website yet, go to yoursaltwaterguide.com. You'll be blown away with the camaraderie and all the cool things that we have going on at our website. Miss Kelly Girl's glasses today. All right, here you go, Mike.
I was not reading. Dave was reading, but I have them right here. So there you go.
Dave and Kelly. Just pick me for the shirt. Thank you. Yep. Maybe next time. Okay, gang.
Is that it?
Well, I think I'm just looking at the question, seeing if they're worthy of us talking about it, and they're not. So somebody was saying they have a stand-up device you can use where you can write your name while you're peeing, Kelly. I don't know.
All right.
Oh, yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Casey. Thank you very much for that. I love you, Casey. It's been a long time. I miss you, man. Be good to see you. Gang, make sure you check us out. Share this with your friends. Let them know what's going on. This is a really fun show. We try to keep it as interactive as we can. Wednesdays and Thursdays are interactive days where I answer questions, and then Thursday, Kelly Girl's with us. She answers as many questions as we can. Share this with your friends. Sprinkle some stars across Facebook. Sprinkle some badges across Instagram. Sprinkle some tips across TikTok. If you can't figure out how to do any of that, send Kelly Girl some money through Venmo at Your Saltwater Guide. At Venmo at Your Saltwater Guide. Venmo at Your Saltwater Guide. Send Kelly some money.
No, don't do that.
No, send tips.
Oh, sure, yeah.
For the show. We do the show every day.
We'll see if you really give them to me. Give me the money.
At Your Saltwater Guide. I promise I'll give Kelly some of the money. I promise. Marley's a rescue monkey. We have 2 rescue cats. We live in a third world country. We need your tips. We need
all of
your.
our animals are they're from.
They're
Mexico.
all rescue monkeys from our rescue animals from Mexico.
Yeah.
You're the only animal share. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us across all social media. We put out 3 brand new videos every single day. We put out 21 brand new videos every week, plus a picture every week, plus we do the show 5 days a week, gang. We're busy, but we do it all for all of you. So thank you very, very much for always watching us and always being a part of. We keep our boat in Dana Point. It's right behind, it's right out in front of Turks and right behind the Clemente. That's our little well craft right there. Little center console well craft with the giant bait tank. Because everything, nothing matters but the bait. And we will have a great show for you tomorrow with the great Michael Folks from Inside Sport Fishing. He's got that new movie coming out called History to Sport Fishing. It's incredible.
He's just an incredible person. That's just, let's just.
Watch us tomorrow. It's going to be great. We'll be live on Facebook and YouTube at 12 o'clock with Michael Folks. Check it out. Then we'll be out on Spotify, Apple, and Megaphone right after the live show. Thanks, everybody, every day for always watching us. We appreciate it. We're absolutely blown away by the amount of love we get from all of you. So thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.